Hello, friends. It's so good to see you again. I hope you're having a phenomenal week. So, I wanted to talk to you about some of the experiences that I have as a woman walking through this world, of which many of you can relate to. But really, I want to show you the difference between who I would have been 20 years ago or even 10 years ago in some responses to people's comments about me as I walk through my life versus the response that I have today, being comfortable and confident in my skin and the way that I look and the way that I am walking through the world. So recently I posted a video and I was wearing this bomb costume. It was so gorgeous. It was like this peach gold costume by Olga Aida costume. She does wonderful work. And I looked great. I really did. Like the color is very complimentary to my skin. I just felt so beautiful in this costume. And I had my makeup done and I had my hair done because I was doing a gig with several of my colleagues, which was so fun, by the way. And I decided to take some video of behind the scenes after we were done with the gig and then post my video. So there's a line of comments that come up. I posted it as a reel, I posted it as a story, and the comments are like, oh my gosh, you're so beautiful. Oh my gosh, you're so graceful and fluid, because I was dancing in the video. You look amazing. That costume looks amazing on you. And I'm like, oh my gosh, thank you so much, everyone, for your kind words. In my head, I'm telling myself this and telling them this in my head. Thank you for your kind words and stuff. And I really did feel beautiful. Like, to me, I looked amazing. I loved the way I felt in that costume, everything. And then there's this comment that pops up, but I didn't see it right away. So someone had notified me, be like, hey, there's this person that left a really nasty comment on your page. I don't think you saw it. Otherwise, you probably would have responded to it. So I was like, okay, well, let me go check it out. And it was like, lose weight. And I kind of laughed in my head because I was just like, damn, I feel so much compassion for this person because the world has shown them that we need to look a certain way, we need to be a certain way, we need to be a certain size, we need to look a certain size to post, to be proud of our bodies, to be beautiful in the skin that we're in right now today without changing shit. And that person felt compelled to tell me I should lose weight. Now, mind you, over the past 4 months, I've gained about 10 pounds or so, and I'm very aware of it because my clothes fit differently. I move through the world differently because of my weight gain. However, how I feel about that weight gain, I choose to not have that dictated by someone else. So my response in my head was, damn, I feel so sorry that this person was shown that we should, like I said, look a certain way, feel a certain way about our body, be like mindful of what we post regarding how much we like show of our body or how we stand up for ourselves in such a way, and then just owning ourselves, right? In this moment on social media, wherever it may be. I've had a lot of practice responding to comments like this. As you know, I have a huge following on social media, but for those of you who don't have a huge following on social media, you might also have the same experience that I have had, which is I've had family members tell me I'm fat, that I would be more beautiful if I weren't so fat, and that I should lose weight to be more beautiful. So it doesn't have to be that you're on social media to experience these comments, which is one of the reasons why I'm posting about this, because I feel that my experience of who I am today is really relevant to where you are now in your life. So as I felt more compassion for this person because I get why they felt compelled to say those things, I also do not condone necessarily that they have said it. However, I understand why. If you had left that kind of comment on my page 10 years ago, 15 years ago, maybe even, like 8 years ago, I would have felt much differently. I would have felt a lot of shame. I would have felt embarrassed, humiliated. I would have felt like, why did I post that? I would have really dug into myself about, why would you post something like that? You know you were too fat. Why did you post something? It was just bound to happen that someone would make a comment like this, right? And back then, the reason why I would have reacted that way, the reason why you may react that way today, is because you believe that some part of that is true about you, that you should lose weight, that you're supposed to lose weight, versus having full choice on whether or not you want to lose weight and then are willing to do the work behind losing weight if you so choose, versus having someone else tell you you should do it and then shame yourself into this fucking shame spiral, because that's apparently the way that we like to do things nowadays. So the difference between the person who would have felt shame, gone on a shame spiral, blamed myself for being fat, guilted myself, like not be forgiving, not be compassionate, not be loving, not be kind or even generous to myself, not even relate to myself as a human. But honestly, some level, this is how I viewed myself, is like so ugly. I wasn't worth the time, right? That's how I felt about myself years ago. Had that person had that comment, which some of you are there right now, where you find truth in what the other people are saying, when we do that, it's really debilitating. We give our power to the other people because we are expecting ourselves to feel good or bad based on what someone else says. But me today, what I've truly learned is to really own who I am in my own skin, to be okay that even if I fucking decided to gain 20 more pounds, it doesn't change how beautiful I am. It doesn't change how worthy I am of love. It doesn't change the fact that I can still be kind and generous and loving towards myself. But we have this culture where it's not very forgiving in that way. And the main difference between those two is that I've built my identity around someone who depends on my opinions the most, not other people. My opinions of myself matter most. The way I love myself matters most. The way I'm kind to me matters most. The way I hold myself through the world, my values, my belief, my principles, those are the most important things to me. And this is why, like really truly, this is part of my vision when I teach women belly dance, is to help them become confident in their own skin. So when people decide to make asinine comments like this, like they have agency over what they can say over your body. And believe me, it doesn't stop. No matter how confident you are in yourself, people are going to keep saying things. The point is, how much credit and weight do you give to those person's words? How much do you let it bother you? How much do you find truth in it still, that they get to dictate how you run your show, right? Is it more about your internal validation versus external validation? Because on the flip side of that, I post things, you walk through the world, and when someone tells you you're beautiful, or someone tells you you dance so gracefully, or someone gives you any kind of compliment, it does feel good. Just like on the flip side, it could feel bad, right? But when it's seemingly positive towards you, it can feel good. But sometimes even positive comments can feel bad because you don't think they're true. So it just goes back to when your personal beliefs about yourself align with either a positive comment or a negative comment, those are the comments that will impact you the most. And when you're dependent upon those comments to validate who you are, to validate whether or not you have self-worth, this is where we run into issues, because we're giving our power away to someone else versus taking control of how we view ourselves regardless of what anyone else says, positive or negative. Because let's say you walk through, you're feeling great about yourself, you got your hair done, your nails are done, like you washed up, like you took a shower, your eyebrows are threaded and plucked, you put your favorite lip gloss on, you're wearing your great clothes, you feel gorgeous because you feel gorgeous. And then you walk through the day and no one says anything. Now what? Would it have still mattered for you to still feel beautiful by yourself versus waiting for someone else to tell you, you look great today? Ooh, girl, you look phenomenal. You're like, yeah, I know, right? those things can be this add-on bonus, like sprinkles on a cupcake. But you, my friends, are the cupcake and the frosting and the sprinkles. They are just maybe a little bit more sprinkles, but they're not who you are, whether positive or negative. So how can we come to a place where you love yourself just as you are without changing shit about you, about your body, about anything that's the world is telling you that you should change? This is why I love teaching belly dance to my students, is because we go through the mindset of how we look at our bodies as we move through belly dancing. Because let me tell you what, the moment you can really connect with your body is the moment that you really get Raqs Sharqi. The moment that you can feel great and comfortable in your own skin, that's the moment that you're gonna really get belly dancing. Because it's not some external thing where we're up in our head, it's this thing that we feel. And when you feel uncomfortable in your own skin, it is that much harder to learn belly dance. So I want to invite you, friends, to come take a free class with me, because we dialogue about body, your relationship to your body, the attitude that you want to create, embracing where you are in your life now and not giving yourself shit and shame for being where you are, but being able to just pick yourself up where you are and continue moving forward. So check out my link in the description below. You can check it out in the bio too. Get a free online recorded class with me to just check out how I start to teach some of the things you will start to learn with me. And then of course you can check out my paid membership. But first I want you to check out the free class with me. We have these conversations, and the whole purpose of this is for you to feel your body, move in your body, and be kind, loving, and accept who you are today. I'll see you soon in the studio, my friends.